Tamadors, your real estate coach with Mind Over Market Coaching. And today I'm going to talk about what I think is the number one rule for prospecting. Are you ready?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So while we've talked before, or I talk often about how not to be a pushy prospector, we do have to go out there and meet people. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? So here's the idea. When I talk to agents, and I do every day, who are a little bit apprehensive about reaching out to clients, you know what I tell them?
Dying to know.
I tell them the same thing that my mentor, Lynn McTaggart, told us, and that is to get off yourself. Because if you're thinking about, what if I get rejected? That means you're not thinking about, how can I make this person feel accepted? Oh, that's pretty good, right?
Right.
Okay, so in addition to that, if you're thinking about what's in it for you, like are they gonna sign with me? Are they gonna list with me? Are they gonna buy a house with me? Where's your attention? Your attention is on yourself. Me. We don't want that. The number one rule of prospecting is be of service. Give before you get. Sometimes you give just for the experience of giving, and it always comes back to you. Does that make sense?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh.
So one of the things that I think is really, really important about this conversation is that we, in real estate, there's a lot of discussion around phone fear, or afraid to call our database or whatever that is. And again, if you're doing that, you're not focused on the client or the prospect. You're focusing on yourself.
Because I love myself.
And you have to just get off yourself.
Fine.
So think of it as anytime you get nervous to approach someone or to call a past client or a networking event or whatever, if you feel at all nervous, you can watch one of my other videos and do a little EFT, but stop and ask yourself, where is my attention? Where is my focus? Because when you are coming from a heart of service, you are completely immersed in seeing how you can, serve the person that you're in front of or on the phone with. You're not thinking about, oh my gosh, if they close this deal with me, then I can get a new car. You wouldn't be thinking that, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So anyway, that's the number one rule of prospecting. And I'm going to do some more videos, obviously, and talk about other things. But I just can't say enough about how in the real estate industry, the stress that I see, well, it's a very stressful industry.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you.
But the stress that I see coming from the consumer side of it, the consumer who hides under the kitchen table every time someone comes to knock on their door. I know this because I've talked to people who tell me they do that, and I don't know about you, but I do that too. If I see someone knocking on my door, I'm like, I don't want to answer the door right now. Nobody wants to be cold called. Nobody wants to be cold called anymore.
No way.
Okay? So make sure that when you're doing whatever kind of prospecting you're doing, and my next video is actually going to be on the best prospecting for you and your personality, but whatever kind of prospecting you are doing, if you feel at all apprehensive or nervous about it, it's because you're focusing on yourself and not on the prospect. And so I literally would just stay at home or not pick up the phone until I could really get myself in that heart-centered, heart of service space. Because here's what you have to know. Are you listening?
Every fiber of what's left of my wretched soul.
What you have to know is that no matter what you think that's going on in your mind that you think other people aren't picking up on, they're picking up on it. Okay? It's not woo-woo, it's not weird. I mean, neuroscience and quantum physics prove this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Our unconscious picks up things that are all around us, even things that aren't close to us. What Albert Einstein called spooky action at a distance. So if you're thinking fearful thoughts, if you're thinking need and desperation,